Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately show the value of our figures while freeing them from their plastic and cardboard prison. I got something nice for you today. It's King Kong. Looks absolutely amazing. I got it for that nice price at Ross of $19.99. But that's besides the point. Let's take the King of the Jungle to the table. Alright, so we got the box here. It's the old-fashioned Kong box for the most part. It's fine. It's plain. NECA almost always does a good job with their boxes. Or let's open this up so we can see Kong in his glory. NECA always does a good job with their boxes, but it's the YKB. Why keep the box? So, before I get into that, let's go and compare these two boxes. It's the old Kong and Coachella Kong. You know, you can just see how one of them just looks like they're having a much funner time. But like most of us, we want a classic version. But it's the YKB. Why keep the box? So, let's free Kong from his cardboard and plastic prison. See if we can't bring him back to Skull Island. Let's free Kong from his packaging. There is Kong in the packaging. Alright, there is King Kong. Fallen, because he's big. Let's get a little bit closer. Not that close. And this guy, let's just move this out the way. This guy looks absolutely amazing. I'm loving the realistic looks they did with him. They did not go and just do that whole Coachella Kong thing again. It does seem like they used the same exact body, but, you know, I like this much better. It looks much more like a gorilla and will fit in my gorilla army. You know, for like 20 bucks, you can have a pretty decent army. Maybe if I find some more, I don't know. Space is kind of limited, so I basically bought him because I wanted some background army dudes for my gorilla grods. So King Kong looks like he would work, do that pretty well. But I'm getting distracted. It looks good. They did the paint well. They did the scars well. Definitely looks like he climbed the Empire State Building and was getting shot up. It also looks like he got in some fights. Ooh, the mouth is articulatable. Did not know that. Did not know that. That is amazing. That's besides the point. Let's go look at his accessories. Alrighty, let's stick in. Feel like I'm 5. Here's the plane that shot down King Kong. Here's the angry face. That looks amazing. They did an amazing job with this face. Like, I don't know if I'm keep this one on or not. The other one is articulatable, which is cooler. But this face just looks so much meaner. I don't know. I have to debate myself on that. He got some open hands / climbing grab hands. They look good. And he has some grabbing hands. He doesn't come with the lady, though. So, you know, I don't know what he's holding. Maybe the plane. Oh, that spins. That is pretty cool. Nothing comes off, though, so I don't know. He's grabbing something. Maybe it's these chains that look absolutely amazing. Happy that I got them. Definitely going to be sticking them on him in a second now. But that's all his accessories. Absolutely love this. What I don't like is they reused this body mold for the Coachella Kong, and the only thing it came with was one head and those 2 hands. All this is out of it, so, you know, it's crazy. You charge the same price, but you give way less. And that's probably, I'm not going to say it. Let's just stick this. Great looking accessories on the figure. Alright, so got Kong standing here. Switch out the heads. And I just don't know, because this head looks amazing. I don't know if you can see that face, but oh man, he is not happy. Life is not going well for whoever is on the other side of this scowl. That's all I gotta say. This face looks amazing. Makes me really question, do I want to put on this? Because I just feel like this just doesn't have the same emotion. But, you know, he can eat bananas. So, or people. So, you know, do you want looks? Do you want articulation? And they hid this articulation pretty well, too. I don't know. Let's switch out these hands. He got the fist on, the fisticuffs, which is amazing for an army, because I will be using him as a background soldier. I know that's a little bit terrible, Kong as a background soldier, but, you know, let's put these on him. He's too short to be my Kong. I would need like a 10-inch Kong or something. And I like the ones what they did with the beard in the newer versions. So, I actually think I might have that over here. Here's a smaller Kong I reviewed earlier. Basically got for the same reason as I got this Kong. But I really like the beard a lot better. I like it. It gets a whole like older look. Where this kind of looks much more like, you know, it's a dude in a gorilla suit. But I don't know why I put the fist back on. But, you know, brother has some chains. Holding them down. Get these off. This is really hard to take off. Ugh, man, that is really hard. I was going to do both, but man, I feel like I'm struggling every time. There's his open hand. There's his grabbing hand. I really do wish I had something to stick in this hand. Maybe like a weapon from an earlier review. And there you go. Just need a different head sculpt, and this gorilla will be amazing. So let's move this. But this is amazing. I'm happy about this. This is really cool. Like, I'm not into figures in this scale, which I'm guessing this scale is like, I don't know, really small. But this is pretty cool. Absolutely love this. But enough said, this King Kong looks amazing. Let's go look at articulation. Alright, so I got Kong over here being all angry. Can he do a T-pose? Not quite. It's pretty close, but not there. NECA's not known for their T-poses. So arm goes all the way around. Butterfly. Or not butterfly, bicep swivel. Double jointed. A little bit ugly, but nothing crazy. Wrist swivels, fine. No hindrance there. Just one ball at the top. You know, hasn't crunching that much. Hasn't going back that much. So, you know, maybe he can do his typical gorilla walking pose. The head is on a ball, which is really stiff, but only lets it go in circles. It doesn't really let him look down too much. He can look down like that, and he can look up like that. You know, there's not a whole bunch of articulation there. Full split. He can only kick that high. Goes a little bit over 90, which is fine. This can technically go all the way around. So there's technically a boot swivel. And there's an ankle rocker, standard ankle rocker. But it is tough, man. It is tough. He is not the easiest dude to move, that's for sure. But the articulation is fine. Now that we're done with articulation, let's go look at his size. Kong is about 8 inches tall. So, you know, pretty big boy. Side to side, he looks about to be 3 inches. Nothing crazy. I put that away too fast because the plane is about 4 inches wide. About, let's just say 5 inches long. His handcuffs are about 1 inch. The chain's not that long. Chain's about 1 inch as well. So, you know, King Kong looks pretty good on size. Alrighty, I got both Kongs here just to compare them with each other. Original Kong and aka Coachella Kong. And they share the same body. They look fine. Obviously, this guy's amazing. He comes with tons of articulation, or tons of accessories, not articulation. They have the same articulation. And, you know, just a whole bunch of more accessories. A better head sculpt that opens up. This one doesn't. But, you know, much better. This guy is just a repaint. Keyword paint. Coachella Kong, it's kind of just a little bit disappointing, especially when you compare him to regular Kong. But that's besides the point, because the reason why I got these guys were for one solid reason. See if I can't move them a little bit back, because I'm bringing out more people. Was because of this dude, Gorilla Grodd. I needed some people in my army. At $20 price points, it's a little bit expensive for an army builder type of thing. So I might not do it, but you know, he looks pretty good with them. I also have the other Gorilla Grodd. This one is some flash version, I can't remember, but it was at Ross, and he was found at Ross as well, but much years earlier before RossCon became the RossCon we know and love. So, you know, they look good with each other. Will they be in the Gorilla Army? Yes. Will I get any more? Probably not. At $20 a price point for figures, I don't know, that's heavy for me. I like my army builders right around $5 to $6. Oh, I forgot about this dude. I've already shown him, but you know, that is the smaller Kong who's gonna be in the army for gorillas. You know, it works. They're fine, but like I said, I wanted some army background guys, and as a whole, they work. They all work with each other. This will look like a pretty good army, but maybe not. You know, I have to do something with these guys to make them look a little bit more army-fied, especially with these other two dudes in armor. But I'm getting distracted. They look good. They're going to work for what I was planning to do with them. Alright, now that we're done with that comparing and contrasting those figures, why not see how he compares and contrasts against other figures from other lines? Like Jack Specific Simpsons, McFarlane Spawn, Marvel Legends Iron Man, Loyal Subjects Aang, SH Figuarts, Star Wars Black Series, NECA Turtle, G.I. Joe Classified Series. This guy's height pretty much works. You know, he's going to fit and feel like a gorilla in your collection. You know, he's basically the size of a gorilla in comparison to, you know, regular figures. Here is Doc over here in a stalker body, and just look, he very much is a gorilla-sized dude. So, you know, it's going to work for what I want. Really does, you know, really is amazing. So what else can I say about this Kong other than I absolutely love him? He's amazing. He comes with tons of accessories. It just, you know, if I really wanted an army builder for these Gorilla Grods, he is the dude. Maybe if I personally can't do $20 per army builder, that might be the issue, because that's a little bit heavy for me. But he works. He looks beautiful as a figure himself. He comes with tons of accessories, tons of hands, a face, a plane. Like, what else can you ask for? This dude looks absolutely amazing. He works with my gorillas. Just, it's beautiful. All around, beautiful. And, you know, I don't know what else to say. Please come back to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. I absolutely love this figure. You should grab him. If you can grab more, do so. He is amazing.